3 people died after the southwest monsoon enhanced by Tropical Storm Karding brought heavy rains and floods in different parts of Metro Manila over the weekend. The fatalities identified as Gloria Mendoza, Gregorio Quilaton, and Joscoro Camacho reportedly drowned at the height of the floods, according to the disaster agencies of Quezon and Marikina cities. Around 700 families, or more than 30,000 individuals, also fled their homes due to floods, with majority of them staying inside evacuation centers. Meanwhile, Philippine National Police Director General Oscar Albayalde deploys police personnel to calamity hit areas to help in evacuation, rescue, and relief efforts. He also conducted an aerial inspection over flood-hit places to determine other services that the PNP may provide for the affected residents.
Sa Bulacan, dahil nakita natin na as per aerial survey natin, talagang malalim pa yung tubig sa Bulacan. Halos buong Bulacan yung naiikot natin, malalim ang tubig, particularly doon sa naiikot natin doon sa mga coastal areas nila.
The local government of Quezon City advises hundreds of residents in Commonwealth Avenue and Payatas area to evacuate their homes amid inclement weather. Monsoon tells us why.
A large portion of soil near a residential area in Lower Bayanihan Street in Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City slid as days of non-stop rains saturated the ground. According to a village watchman, the area is prone to landslides during heavy downpour. This is the same place where 9 people died after it was hit by a landslide last August 2012.
Malaking puno po rito, ngayon yung puno na yun. Nung natumba po yan, yun gumuho na po, dumalos-dos na yan sa kabahayan na yan sa mga ayon nila gilid.
Despite the danger and the warning sign placed by local authorities here, more people still opted to reside in the area. Among them is the family of Jonalyn Ramos, who has been living here for almost 20 years now. And though she feels worried whenever the weather is bad, she still says no to relocation.
Kung lilipat pa ho kami sa malayo, paano po yung hanap buhay ng mga asawa namin nandito po? Ang hirap po talaga ho ng kalagayan namin kung i-repeat pa ho kami sa malayo.
The local government has long been urging the residents to leave the area, though it admits it has yet to find a relocation site.
Ang tanging challenge lang siguro ay yung pakikipag-ugnayan ng pamahalaang lokal sa National Housing Authority para mabigyan sila ng yung tinatawag nating housing units na paglilipatan. So yun yung matrabahong portion ng disaster resiliency, yung pag-relocate ng mga residente na nasa danger zone.
The city government is also monitoring Barangay Payatas due to possible landslide. Monsoon, UNTV, News and Rescue, Quezon City.
The State Weather Bureau Pag-asa spots another low-pressure area within the Philippine Area of Responsibility. The new weather system was located at 920 kilometers east-northeast of Basco, Batanes. Pag-asa says it will less likely to develop into a tropical cyclone and may not directly affect the country. However, it will further intensify the southwest monsoon or habagat, which will bring heavy rains in Ilocos region, Cordillera, Batanes, and Babuyan group of islands. Monsoon rains will also be experienced over Zambales, Bataan, and Occidental Mindoro, while Metro Manila and the rest of Central Luzon and Calabarzon can expect occasional rains this week. Isolated rains and thunderstorms may prevail over the rest of Luzon, while isolated rain showers may be experienced in Visayas and Mindanao. The Department of Health warns those who sell doxycycline at a higher cost. The DOH assures they have enough fund to provide medical supplies to calamity-stricken residents. Here's Aiko Miguel to tell us why.
The Health Department warns those who abuse and sell doxycycline for higher cost. Secretary Duque also warns pharmacies of closure in case they are proven to overprice medicines. A tablet only costs 10 pesos to 30 pesos each and not 93 pesos. DOH assures that they have enough supply of medicines for leptospirosis and such are free in health centers.
Na mga butika, huwag pong samantalahin ang panahon kung kailan mataas ang pangangailangan sa mga gamot. Huwag pong itaas ang presyo at may batas po kayong nilalabag at pwede po kayong makasuhan.
Meanwhile, an additional 25,000 doxycycline tablets were provided by the Department of Health to the local government of Marikina for the evacuees in Malanday Elementary School today. Boxes of medicines for diarrhea, fungal infection, flu and other medicines were also provided by the DOH. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III assures that medicines in evacuation centers are sufficient to prevent outbreak of diseases. According to Marikina City Mayor Marcy Teodoro, they have enough medicine supplies but they need more if ever floodwater will not subside yet. The DOH also visited more than 200 evacuees in Bagong Silangan, Quezon City.
Before pa bumaha, pag mga warnings na, ini-evacuate na namin ng mga pasyente. Ang tao dito, we have 94,000 to 100,000 na tao. So, kaagad, pag medyo tumataas na yung tubig, pag may bagyo, nauuna na ang evacuation.
The Health Department has also augmented 1.35 million pesos for the medical supplies in San Juan City, Marikina, and Rizal. The DOH also has a standby fund for Central Luzon, Calabarzon, and Ilocos region which have been hit by the calamity this weekend.
Meron naman tayong nakatabing 60 million pesos sa DOH Central na sa kasalukuyan ay atin nang ibinababa sa mga iba't ibang pamahalaan lokal para matugunan ang mga pangangailangan pangkalusugan ng kanila pong mga mamamayan.
DOH hospitals are also on code white alert to immediately respond to emergency cases due to continuous rainfall and flooding in different parts of the country. Aiko Miguel, UNTV News and Rescue, Marikina City.
An avid viewer of a Song of Praise songwriting competition whose entry wins this month's second weekly eliminations gains the approval of ASOP judges. John Ano tells us why.
Ikaw ang kaligtasan ko! Composed by Aisa Narag.
From being an avid viewer, Aisa Narag is now among the contenders of a Song of Praise or ASOP songwriting competition. This after her entry called Ikaw ang Kaligtasan Ko wins the second weekly elimination round this month.
Aking ihahayag ang kabutihan mo at isisigaw sa buong mundo. Ikaw ang kaligtasan ko.
Aisa describes her composition as a song of celebration, which is about expressing gratitude to God's love and mercy amid tribulations.
Talagang dumaan kami sa sobrang pagsubok na akala namin talagang hindi na siya ibibigay sa amin. Pero sobrang nagkapasalamat ako kay Lord kasi noong mga panahon na yun, yung favor niya talaga sa buhay namin talagang binigay.
She says watching the program enabled her to make a seamless song which gained praises from the ASOP judges.
Parang halata talagang matagal ka na sa audience. Kasi parang ang dami mo na atang napulot dito kay Kinadok, tsaka sa mga dating judges.
Ang daling mahalin ng kanta mo. Ang linis ng pagkagawa ng kanta.
Ang ganda ng direksyon ng melody.
Thank you po.
Malinis. Malinaw ang mga melodic phrases.
Aisa reveals her husband Oliver Narag pushed her to join the competition. Narag is among this year's grand finalist and was also the composer of the upbeat song Kislap, an ASOP Year 3 finalist.
Sabi ko pa, meron akong paparinig sa'yo and then mag-freestyle ka lang ng tugtog and then kakantahan ko. Sabi niya sa akin, try mo it, Sally, kasi para malaman mo rin yung strength or weakness ng kanta.
Aisa hopes to win this month and make it to ASOP 7 final round.
Ihahayag ang kabutihan mo at isisigaw sa buong mundo. Ikaw ang kaligtasan ko.
Joanano, UNTV News and Rescue.
And for the news abroad, at least 9 people have been killed when a fire broke out at a hospital in Taiwan. Local media reports that the blaze began in a ward on the 7th floor of the hospital in New Taipei City early on Monday. About 16 other people, including patients and staff, remain in a critical condition. The cause of the fire remains unclear, though media reports say it could have been started by an electrical fault in a movable bed. Meanwhile, authorities have terminated the search for the last remaining missing victims of the deadly earthquake in Lombok Island in Indonesia, which has so far claimed over 400 lives. Here's why from Castro.
Rescuers fought to find the last remaining missing victims of the deadly Lombok quake as the Golden Week for finding victims draws to a close on Sunday. According to the country's National Disaster Mitigation Agency, the magnitude 6.9 earthquake which hit Lombok and its neighboring resort island Bali last August 5th, along with its magnitude 6.2 aftershock, has so far claimed 434 lives. Many Indonesians continue to live in temporary shelters as they attempt to resume normal life. Puppeteer distracting the children for a brief moment of their plight helped the families too.
We hope our houses are rebuilt quickly, but before that, we have to live here. We haven't got any home. If we were to stay in an open space, there are too many trees, so it's safer here.
The National Disaster Mitigation Agency said in a statement that nearly 75% of residential structures have been destroyed in northern Lombok because of poor construction unable to withstand strong tremors. Logistics have begun to pour into more secluded areas as the military has set up distribution posts for villages too far to be reached by four-wheeled vehicles.
We've distributed aid to 2 locations and we're planning to this area to receive goods from this afternoon until the evening. We're distributing logistics to areas that are hard to reach by car.
The search and rescue agency have also been drilling for fresh water source closer to the shelters for the residents. Kat Dumaraos, UNTV News and Rescue.
The Kerala state in India is on high alert amid heavy flooding. Meanwhile, an enormous police force has been deployed to Charlottesville, Virginia as anti-racist protesters mark the anniversary of last year's white nationalist gathering. Here's why from Jovic Burmas.
In India, dozens of people have died as heavy monsoon rains caused unprecedented levels of flooding in several parts of Kerala state in India. According to Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister of Kerala state, the death toll stood at 33 and 6 people were missing. More than half of the 14 districts in the state have also been put on high alert. Torrential rains and landslides during India's June-September monsoon season have ravaged farmlands and prompted massive evacuation efforts. And in Spain, Spanish maritime authorities saved more than 60 migrants from sub-Saharan Africa after their boat was missing for 3 days. One of the migrants on board was dead and another had fallen into the sea and remains missing. Rescuers located the boat late Friday in the vicinity of Cabo de Gata of Almeria in southern Spain, after a ship passing through the area alerted the Almeria Coordinating Center. And in the U.S., students and activists took to the streets of Charlottesville, Virginia on Sunday to mark the anniversary of last year's white nationalist gathering. Anti-racist protesters also chanted criticism of the police, underscoring the tensions that still exist a year after torch-bearing neo-Nazis marched through campus, shouting anti-Semitic messages and beating counter-protesters. Authorities have promised an enormous police presence to avoid the street brawls that broke out last year in downtown Charlottesville. A local woman, Heather Heyer, was killed when an Ohio man, James Fields, drove his car into a crowd of counter-protesters. During the commemoration, police stepped in to arrest a man at the rally. In a video obtained, a handcuffed man is led into a police van while a woman who was restrained by police shouted after him.
That's what you are! You hear me?
Police at the scene did not provide information about the arrest. Jovic Burmas, UNTV News and Rescue.
Rafael Nadal ended the red-hot run of Greek upstart Stefanos Tsitsipas with a 6-2, 7-6-4 win on Sunday that gave the Spanish top seed his fourth Rogers Cup championship. Tsitsipas threw all he had at Nadal but was ultimately unable to beat the world number one. The Athens native did well in the first game, but Nadal took over as he broke back each in his next two chances before sealing the opening set in 34 minutes when Tsitsipas sent a routine forehand into the net. Then the win made the 32-year-old Spaniard, who also won the Rogers Cup in 2005, 2008, and 2013, the fourth player in the Open era to win 80 titles, joining a club that includes Jimmy Connors, Roger Federer, and Ivan Lendl. A meteor shower lit up the skies above eastern Bosnia on Saturday night, giving stargazers a rare opportunity to see a display of shooting stars with the naked eye. The so-called Perseids meteor shower returns to the skies every August and is best viewed in the northern hemisphere in isolated areas where there is little light pollution. They arise early when the Earth passes through the debris of comet 109P Swift-Tuttle, which was discovered in 1862. Meteors are part of rock and dust that hit the Earth's atmosphere, heat up, and glow. Most vaporize as they descend, but some explode.
And I'm really fascinated by stars and skies, so I decided to come here and see this natural phenomena. And it's quite exciting and very interesting.
A sea of flowers invades the city of Medellin in Colombia during a traditional parade. Aiko Miguel tells us why.
Colombians wrapped up the annual flower festival in the northwest city of Medellin with a traditional parade in which local flower growers carried enormous silyetas or elaborate flower arrangements. According to organizers, this year's festival, edition number 61, attracted more than 20,000 tourists and 510 silyeteros, as the flower designers are called. The annual folkloric event began in 1957 to celebrate the importance of the flower growers in the region, and the 19th century tradition from nearby Santa Elena of carrying goods, flowers, and even sick people on residents' backs.
It is a very important date when we showcase our silitera culture, the hard work of the Santa Helena farmers, and we come here to expose beautiful artworks for the whole city of Medellin and internationally too.
For many, like participant Francisco Orlando Quintero, it's the highlight of the year.
The Siliteras Day for me is the best day of the year. I celebrate more than Christmas, my birthday, or any other important date. This day for me is the most important day of the year because I prepare myself the whole year just for this day and this moment.
The flowers placed on large wooden frames called silyetas can weigh over 100 kilograms. Colombia's famed flower industry is the largest in the Western Hemisphere and the second largest in the world after the Netherlands. Aiko Miguel, UNTV News and Rescue.
And those are the reasons behind the news August 13, 2018. On behalf of Rheena, Villamor-Camara, and Angelo Castro III, I am William Thio, because we need to know, we will always ask why. Good evening.